Suppose everyone was guaranteed a comfortable life without having to work, would you still work? My friends and I are currently disagreeing over this. Though it seems intuitive that most people would no longer work, it's difficult to create an argument from a strictly philosophical perspective. Essentially, put the fact that working is a societal structure and that capitalism is inherently unfavorable towards workers. I guess it would be important to define what work even constitutes. Would certain hobbies or activities not be seen as work? The only thing I'm able to reason is that working is only instrumental for what we really want. Recognition. Not be bored, etc. Working for a living, no, but working to keep busy, yes. I don't hate what I do for a living. Sometimes I genuinely love my job. I'm also pretty decent at it. Just underpaid as most people. That being said, I'd ditch my job in a whim if I could. And would follow my dreams. That I fear I'll never be able to achieve in this current system. I'd want to start an urban farm or garden. I wouldn't consider it work, although we'd be growing food and herbs. Would I want to do tedious office work? Fuck no. I think the difference is I would want to do something that felt like I was contributing to the community. I wouldn't be doing it full time per se. But I still want to be a part of the neighborhood in my own way. I want to feel connected to the fruits of my labor, sometimes literally. Hell no. Hobbies. Yes. Taking classes. Yes. Volunteer work. Yes. But spending my time doing anything even remotely similar to any working class job. Hell to the no. I work for USPS and love my job. I would gladly do it 20 hours a week as an excuse to get out of the house. Edit to add, the pay sucks and management is some of the worst I've seen. But I help grandmas from all over the world get care packages and gifts to their grandkids, and that is really satisfying. What's the advantage if I work? Would I have some sort of reward for my efforts? For example, if everyone gets $100K a year without working, but you get $100K a year more if you work, then yes, I would work. It's still a competitive market with limited resources. If there's no reward, still yes, but to a much lesser extent. This goes back to how we define work. But I would do something. I believe humans are meant to do work, or at least something. Yes, my job can be very interesting. It would be so much better as well if the people who didn't want to be there could live comfortably without having to work. I firmly believe that the world would be a better place if we could shorten the work week and spread labor among more people with no loss of livability. People want to work. People want to accomplish things. People don't want to be taken for granted and do boring, unfulfilled shit. Just look at most rich people. They continue to work and do stuff. I actually enjoy doing what I do, just not where I do it. I am a theater tech working for a casino. If I could only needed to work Friday and Saturday putting on shows, I would do that. I would absolutely work. But only a few hours a day. Or maybe 3 full days a week. Humans need rest, relaxation, and time to spend on stuff that matters. No. There are plenty of hobbies I'd like to do and I can't because I have to work. I'm surprised by the amount of people saying yes tbh. I would pick up my studies again. Since I can't afford them RN. Then I would dedicate my time to science. I think most people would want to create or occupy themselves somehow. However, I doubt many people would work on a conveyor belt. Those workers are usually treated bad and the work is stressful. I would finally start doing the important stuff that I can help people with. No. Depends. If you could still go on multiple holidays and afford all the things you want while the only work available is being abused at McDonald's? No. Do people still need additional income for a few extra holidays a year? The latest car in their job is also their hobby or otherwise something they actually enjoy. Because it's doing something good in the world? Yes. If I was guaranteed a comfortable life, I'd be doing the exact same thing I am doing. Except out of joy and a desire to share my imagination with others. Rather than out of a fear of starvation and homelessness. It occurred to me the other day that fear of death really takes the joy out of labor regardless of what labor you do. Yes. I would finally be able to work on the projects I want rather than hustle for cash. Most likely yes. I didn't get into academia for the money, it's honestly pretty bad for the amount of work, but for the joy of discovery and the ability to go find new things and advance us as a society and species. That being said, I might not put in as many hours. Of course I'd work. There is work that needs to be done that is being neglected simply because no one pays for it. With my living guaranteed, I'd replace the crap I currently do with caring for the elderly. Sure, plenty of older people are miserable and alone because they've spent their lives being absolute bastards to everyone who might have once cared for them. But there is still a need to maintain quarantine around the pricks so the poison doesn't leak. And I'm decently skilled at digging holes. People won't stop working. Contrary to popular belief, staying engaged is a necessity for human beings. So if you had a comfortable life, you'll still work. It's just that you'll be working on what you want or something that interests you. The purpose of work then changes from a need for survival to a need for productivity. Ironically, this increases productivity in itself, since now you're doing something you'd rather do on your own volition as opposed to doing something for someone else because you are forced to. I think I would still work. I'd be bored if I didn't work. It would be different though, because the pressure of bills wouldn't be ever apparent. Maybe I'd volunteer for charities that I'm interested in. Nope. Lol, no. I have never seen an issue with work. My issue is that I can't work and afford to live at the same time. What's the point in contributing to your monkey society if I starve regardless? If all of my bills and food were taken care of, but that's it, I'd still work to pay for concerts, music festivals, travel, and nicer clothes, shoes, watches, etc. But I would do what I want. When I want. I've owned several businesses in the past, and the only reason I don't operate them anymore is because of their seasonal transient nature, vending at or producing concerts, pop-up restaurants, decorating wedding cakes, DJing events. Being able to comfortably turn down jobs I didn't want to do or that conflicted with days I wanted to take off without worrying about my bills would be clutch. I'm retired, but I volunteer at 4 different places. One place is a bit consuming and at times I worked harder there than at my paid jobs. But mostly the people I work with are nice and committed and the work is challenging. I would instead work on something meaningful, opposed to selling crap to make some asshole richer. Nope. I would volunteer. Yes, but only things I enjoyed, and I would put up with zero bullshit. I would definitely teach science. Taking care of yourself and your home is work. Those things wouldn't go away if one suddenly no longer had to work for survival. I certainly wouldn't do work I hate to benefit some dickhead's bottom line like I do now. I would work on things that benefit me, the people I love, and my community. Yeah, personally, not working sends me into a terrible depression. HAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAH200B not a chance. I would, but I would only do my art. I wouldn't keep working in insurance. Or I would volunteer. Yeah, but my work would be what I wanted to do.